Everyone, thank you so much for joining us once again. It's Dynasty Mirror Search for Uhuru. I have my brother Fitzgerald Stephens on with us today. And before we get started, I just want to thank everyone who's joining us. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you are new to the platform. It means a whole lot. Again, thank you so much for joining. It really means a lot. Those who support us, your support is important. We wouldn't be here if you didn't support us. So I just want to show my gratitude. Like I said, I keep a gratitude journal. Every day I write in it. So guys, thank you. You guys play a big part of that. You guys play a big part in our success. So once again, thank you. Thank you so much for supporting us and joining us today. Today's topic. Oh, before we get started, guys, I just wanted to share this with you guys. So my book, let me show this to you guys. Sales Motivation 101, Get Off Your Ass and Cold Call.
Great book.
As you can see, it's in the for the thumbnail. It's available on paperback. So guys, I know a lot of people a lot of people were saying, Dynasty, I love physical books. I want a physical book. So what I'm asking, if you watch this, again, I'm all about offering something of value. It's not about just give, super chat, cash app. Go, and I have more books coming. They're children's books, but I just have more books coming, period. So go look up Sales Motivation 101, Get Off Your Ass and Cold Call on Amazon.com and buy the paperback book. Again, buy the paperback book, and I will greatly appreciate it. So guys, go and support and buy the book. Thank you so much, guys. It means a whole lot. So
don't worry, man. What I'm doing, I'm getting a copy of it right now. So while I'm talking, I'm going on my phone to order that. That would be Dynasty Mirror on Amazon.
Yeah, you go Dynasty Mirror on Amazon. That's fine.
Okay, Dynasty Mirror. Yeah, I'm going to order it literally right now. And let me look that up. Tell you guys how real easy. I see you got quite a few off in there.
Right. So Sales Motivation 101.
That's the name of the book, Sales Motivation
101.
Okay.
So guys, make sure you click on that link in the chat room. Go support, go buy a book. Thank you so much. It means a lot.
Absolutely. Okay, $12.99. Hold on. Go ahead and fill in the words I asked while I'm doing what I need to do.
Okay. And once you get done and you get that confirmation, Fitzgerald, go ahead and show your phone to the screen.
Okay.
Show your phone to the screen.
Going right here. Okay.
Yeah. So guys, today's show, again, finding hidden opportunities during this coronavirus pandemic. Fitzgerald, I was reading an article today, and again, we keep hitting on this. We keep talking about this. The government money, the stimulus money. So Wells Fargo, some of the other banks, if you were a small business, your application for the PPP loans, the Paycheck Protection Program, if you weren't in bed with these larger banks, like your paperwork, your application, it got put on the bottom.
I had heard that actually some companies were asking the government was asking for some of the larger companies to give that money back.
Well, I know
for the larger one, because it's taken away from the smaller ones to really help. I mean, you tell me, like you said, you tell me what companies who have made multi-million dollars, that are worth have cash reserves. But tell me why they need bailouts. They ought to really have some rules starts to that. So they was asking some of that money back, and rightfully so, in my opinion. Okay, and let me go ahead and do that.
Yeah. So like I said, the money's gone. The money's ran out, and so there's an article today where Black-owned business owner basically saying, "Where's the money?" As far as the stimulus checks, a lot of you guys aren't getting the stimulus checks. I was talking to my mom today. She's like, "I haven't got my check yet." I don't think I'll qualify. It's like it's a good thing. I mean, I would love that $1,200, but at the same time, like
That's the order right there. You
hold
can
on,
look.
hold it. There you go. Order has been placed.
And that's
Thank
you up
you.
under there. And yeah, it's done.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you, Fitzgerald.
Yeah, man. I want to mail it to you and get a signed copy of it because
Absolutely.
now that you're famous, back
I
at
ain't
first editions. Yeah, yeah. But definitely. I mean, go ahead, Dynas, and I'll follow.
Yeah, like I said, it was a black business owner on the cover. And this has been going around. A lot of these small black businesses aren't seeing any of this money. And it's unfortunate. A lot of business period aren't seeing it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And it's unfortunate. So again, there are hidden opportunities out here for those who during this coronavirus epidemic. And I mean, one of the hidden opportunities that we're going to speak on is Karatbars. I mean, me and Fitzgerald, for the work we put in, we get paid every Friday. We're not getting furloughed. We're not getting laid off. Our company, they're not, looking for a PPP loan or EIDL loan or none of that. Me and Fitzgerald haven't got a phone call saying, hey, guys, shoot, we ain't got the money today. You got to give us another week to pay you. So I just think this Karatbars opportunity, and I know a lot of you guys, Fitzgerald, can I go over the
man, this is a platform, Prince. You do what you want.
Well, I just, but I respect your counsel, Fitzgerald. That's what I always ask. I respect your counsel. So a lot of rejections we get. Is it a black-owned company? It's German-based. It's the gold from Africa. Is it a pyramid scheme? Is it a Ponzi scheme? Like right now, where we're at currently in this economy, none of that matters. But this is how I pretty much explain it. If me being African American male, if I open a McDonald's franchise, I'm celebrating. Now, is McDonald's a black-owned company? No, but you have the opportunity to own your own McDonald's franchise as an African American male. Same thing with Burger King. Same thing with Chick-fil-A. Same thing with a lot of these gas stations. In fact, Hank Aaron owns just about the majority of the Popeyes here in Atlanta. 757 group. I think the number of home runs he hit. 757 group or 747 group. The number of home runs he hit. He owns the majority of Popeyes here in Atlanta. Now, is Popeyes black owned? No, but he owns a lot of Popeyes franchises. He employs a lot of people, especially black people, because he was one of my accounts. But we celebrate him. With Karatbars, take that as the gold from Africa. Here we go with Popeyes. Is the chicken from Africa? No. McDonald's, is the hamburger patties from Africa? No. So again, it's the vehicle. So when it comes to Karatbars, no, it's a German company. It's the gold is not from Africa. I'm sorry, but what you have access to, okay, you have access to owning or being part. Well, no, really owning. This is your business, owning your own gold franchise. Again, you have the opportunity to own your own gold franchise for as little as $200 to $5 USD once you do the conversion. I mean, it's a no-brainer. And not only that, you could work it from home. As long as you have a cell phone, internet, you can work this opportunity from home. And there are a number of, we're going to say Karatbars franchise owners, Michael Delco being one of them, who I can tell you right now is making more money than the majority of McDonald's franchise owners, majority of Chick-fil-A. I mean, whatever franchise you want to say, I'm telling you, he's making more money than them. So again, it's an opportunity. And then the money you make from Karatbars, you could take it and flip it. We just had Taiwan earlier. We're buying plots of land in Nigeria. So take your earnings from your franchise and go flip it and invest in Africa. No problem. So again, like I said, this is just a great opportunity because of the circumstances we're in. And even before these circumstances, it was a great opportunity. Go ahead, Fitzgerald.
I'm not seeing many of those questions come up anymore.
No, they still come up. They still
okay, well, but I'm not seeing it, or maybe
in fact, in Sister Yah's chat, Sister Yah's stream, they were definitely coming up.
Oh, well, this thing has definitely benefited Sister Yah to a point. I don't really think she's concerned about that. I mean,
right.
This is putting income in her and her family's account, which is sorely needed. Ladies and gentlemen, hi, welcome once again. My name is Fitzgerald Stephens. I'm a Karatbar affiliate located down here in Tampa, Florida. I've been involved with Karatbars going on 6 years now. It'll be 6 years, January 14th. 2022, Karatbars has allowed me to build an income stream from home. Literally, it has increased my wealth. Literally by acquiring gold, it has allowed me to create a residual income, however much I choose, that I get paid every Friday in euros on a MasterCard. It has allowed me to literally be my own boss, which is something I wanted so desperately for so long. It has allowed me to be able to pass a financial legacy onto my heirs. It has allowed me to create a business, that I can realize tax benefits and tax breaks and everything. It has allowed me to not to really be seized by a lot of fear and stress financially, because I know that, I have a chance to create something that's going to pay me every Friday like clockwork based on my production. It has paid me for a very, very long time, still continue paying me. I've been doing what I've been doing for several years. I've been seeing my income steadily grow. I've been seeing my business affiliates income grow. Been seeing my influence around the world with helping people establish their business grow, and this thing is changing lives. Now, we had talked about the importance of training systems, and when I first was introduced to the free enterprise system, it came by way of back in the early 90s. A friend of mine named Tim Ortez in Jacksonville, Florida, introduced me to this revelation of this concept of network marketing, and I was involved with a company called Amway, a phenomenal company, has made billions of dollars, and paid out hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars in commissions, as far as to the various distributors there. Okay, do those distributors own it? No. As a matter of fact, there was this one gentleman who had a big influence on me. He was called the late great Dexter Yeager. Dexter Yeager was by far the most highest paid network marketer in all the world. Dynas, that man has over 4 million affiliates in his organization. 4 million. Look him up, Dexter Yeager. Started off as a beer salesman up in Rome, New York, and embraced the free enterprise system, went to work. I mean, he was so much responsible. He was responsible for so much of Amway's revenue.
One second, how do you spell his last name?
Yeagar. Yeagar. Or G. Dexter Yeager.
He's right here.
Just recently passed,
January 7th.
Yeah, just recently passed. That business is still paying to his wife, Mrs. Bertie Yeager, and their children. It's still creating a generation of wealth. That man got involved within his 70s. Now, say what you want about this industry, but this industry is somewhere is $180 billion a year industry. Well, before this came out, these type of program, which is a legitimate business. You used to have to go, okay, I want to go and want to go work for someone, and I'll stay there about 30, 40 years. I'll get a gold watch and a pension. Those days are long since gone. For there are a certain group of people out there who really want their own, but they lack the capital and the knowledge. You see, one thing that makes this business so incredible, you don't win it is not unless you help someone else win. You have got to empower other people in order to get success, in order to get financial success, life success. It's just a principle. Now, in that business, I learned, you could tell where a man's going to be or a woman is going to be. You can project about really where they go by the people they hang out with. It's like you are the sum of what I understand, something like your 5 closest friendships. Those are the people who have so
represents how you're going to turn.
How you're going to be, and the books that you read, what you put in your mind. See, networking, just like life, that has very little to do with this, has everything to do with this. It's a mindset. It's a mindset of, okay, I want more. There's nothing wrong with that. So many of us have been taught erroneously by religion, which I don't transcribe at all. I believe in spirituality, but not religion. Religion, somehow it's good to be poor. Somehow there's something inherently evil about wanting to be rich or wanting to be wealthy. Somehow people like that and who think like that, they're evil, or they're just bad people. I met a lot of bad poor people.
Right.
I met good rich people. I met good poor people. I met bad rich people. It's on you. It's on you. Okay, so understand something. You are not going to accomplish anything great in life by yourself. Zig Ziglar said, you can get anything you want if you help enough people get what they want. So I've been an avid reader throughout my life, and I started getting a hold of things that started changing my mind. Guys, I grew up on a farm in Southeast Alabama. A little small piece of real estate, but the small mentality has never been a part of me. I knew that I could do more, and I wanted to do more, and I knew I had to do more. Working for someone for the rest of my life, hoping that I could that would just take care of me, doesn't appeal to me. Now, when I didn't know any better, when I left the farm at 18, that's what I thought. You go get a job. Well, my problem was the fact that as I told my story, I grew up on an entrepreneur grandfather. I grew up on a very successful farmer. We had acres and acres of land. We was self-preserved. We had our own gardens. We had our own fields. We had our own livestock. We had our own wells. I mean, I'm not kidding you. But when 30 people could show up at our house and any one given time, Diane, and we could feed you, because we literally have deep freezers full of foods and meats and all that kind of stuff, fresh vegetables. I was eating organic before I even knew what the heck it was. And we did a lot of hard work, which really made your body respond very well, because we didn't get a lot of sicknesses that I see in today's society. But I didn't want to be a farmer. I wanted to go out and make my mark in the city. So I went and did what everybody else most everybody else did. We had 2 choices when I was growing up. You were going to go into service. That was a fancy word for saying military. Or B, you was going to go to college. But make no doubt about it, the land where I came from, when you was 18 years old, you knew you were out of there. Period. They would your family would go get you 2 things. They'll get you one thing rather. 2 things. They'll get you a bus ticket somewhere where you want to go, if you're going to the recruiter or you're going to college. And they would get you this foot locker with these 2 little 10 keys, and you'll put your clothes in. And come 18, that was your rite of passage. It wasn't none of that stuff. People, kids staying at home at 20, 26, or 27 years old. It wasn't none of this stuff. People trying to find themselves and trying to figure out what they want to do. Man, you was taught to work, and their vernacular that you was a grown man. If I had children, would I possibly do that now? Probably not. I'll probably keep them in the house, train them a little bit more, make sure, show them how to protect credit, show them how to build wealth. And then when they move out, instead of moving in apartments like I had to do, I would teach them how to move into buy their home, and then and rent it out to their friends who didn't understand this stuff, and then they have them pay for it. That's here and there. But college necessarily doesn't prepare you for wealth. It prepares you for a job, just like education does. It prepares you for a job. But if you want to get around wealth, you need to learn the rules of wealth, the rules of money. And they're not really taught in school. The two most important things I found in life that are responsible for dang near 100% of your happiness. Number one is relationships, and number two is finances. When the last time you got it but tell me on this stream, from first grade to 12th grade to 4 years of college and even some grad school, tell me one course that you took that showed you how to maintain and build proper relationships, the right relationships, marriages included. Tell me one course that showed you how do you pick a mate? How do you grow wealth? How do you balance a checkbook? How about this? Tell me the course that you ever heard of, a course called Compound Interest 101?
Nope.
How about duplication? Networking, building a power network.
No.
You ever had any of those courses? And I submit to you, relationships and finances be responsible for not some of it, practically all of your happiness or all of your misery on this earth. It's very, very important. Yeah, we're supposed to go out there and we're supposed to go out there and just basically just go ahead and get a job and do the same exact things that other people do, thinking we're going to get a different results. Of course, you could get situations where you go into the military, or you get some of these jobs like the Secret Service or the U.S. Marshal. I wanted to be one of those at one time. But those jobs are becoming very rare, and even then there's a trade-off. Ladies and gentlemen, you have got to get a financial education. And in order to get that financial education, for the most, I'm not talking about no MBAs. We got plenty of MBAs in this world who are quite broke. We got because they still don't know the rules of money. They can read a spreadsheet. They can determine ROI. They're very good at working for people. Some of them are even good at creating something for their own. But very few of those people have what I call life skills in order to grow a company, in order to grow a brand. Okay, and so you have to understand that. Well, what do you do? Number one, if you don't know how to go about something, you must find a mentor.
Right.
You must attach yourself to a man or a woman who is where you are desiring to go. And you must apprentice under them. You must study them. You must follow their counsel. You must humble yourself to them. And then once you find that mentor, the second thing you have to find is a financial vehicle that's going to take you there. Because you can have all the knowledge in the world and you can have all the great mentorship in the world, but if you don't have a vehicle to apply this to, you're still going to wind up broke and frustrated. This is fact. And so when I came a part of network marketing, there's plenty of them, man. I don't know what it is. We get these things. Well, this is an MLM, and Dinah Samir pointed out that this referral based marketing. If one guy wrote on, if it smells like a duck, walk like a duck, dude, it's people who have become millionaires in that industry. I mean, just because you didn't do it.
So let me ask you this. Why aren't they given credit or acknowledged? Like, it's funny. The amount of successful people in network marketing, they're not really given the credit due for some reason, as if they did it in like real estate.
They don't want to work. They want to make excuses of why they do anything. You see, no.
I mean, okay, the successful people who became millionaires in network marketing, they're not viewed or celebrated like people who became millionaires in, we'll say, tech or real estate. Why is that?
It's not bougie enough. It's not classy enough. It's not status enough. Man. You guys hear me. You guys hear me talk about my mentor, Michael Delco, in this business. That cat has an associate's degree. I have a 4-year degree from University of Alabama. Dynas has a 4-year degree from the University of Georgia. We're both college grads. Okay, Michael Delco, and I promise you, with no exception, on anybody listening on his streams, Michael Delco can cash your check and make change. 2-year associate's degree. Nothing special about the man, but just a hunger and a burning desire to succeed. That man will tell you many times, just like my story can mirror that. He was involved in many businesses, many referral-based businesses. Heck, he even started his own. But until he found the right one for him, as far as with Karatbars, nothing changed. He still was broke and frustrated. I submit to you, a lot of people who are criticizing this, they're just not in the right vehicle for them, or you simply didn't want to do the work, and because you didn't want to make the phone calls, and you didn't want to say no, and you didn't want to hear the no's, and you didn't want to follow the pattern, or you didn't make $1 million in 3 days, you badmouthed the whole dang team. Yet in that same organization that you're bad mouthing, people have become millionaires.
Right.
Herbalife has them. Amway has them. Mary Kay has them. ACN, back when it was around there, it made them. And so is Karatbars. Karatbars did the same thing. What I'm simply here to tell you, it's not the MLM or the referral based marketing or whatever this vehicle that you want to call it. It's you. And so until you come to the conclusion that, hey, you know what, I'm responsible, instead of trying to shift blame and blame everybody else, you're not going to succeed. You're not going to succeed in anything in life. You're not going to hold a marriage together. You're not going to be a good parent. You're not going to have good, proper relationships, because you got an excellent thing, casting blame on everyone else but yourself. We have this leader of this country, the same thing, never takes responsibility for anything. Always someone else's fault. That's uncool. And so you got to look at the thing like Dynas and I. If someone else can do it, we can do it too. If someone else can build something, we can do it too. Now, how do you build? What do you do? Who are you hanging around? What mentorship do you have? What system are you giving yourself to? Do you know more about the CNN report than you do the Financial Times or CNBC? Do you know how to read a business sheet? Do you know how to develop sales skills? You do realize nothing happens in commerce without a good or service being sold. You do realize that, don't you? All jobs are created by either someone pays for a service, or someone pays for a good. Now, for those like, oh, well, he's just a salesman, or he's just this and stuff. Hey, you know what? That's the top profession in the world. We're the guys to bring the revenue into. We're the guys to support where you have your job, where maybe you're an accountant, or maybe you're in human resources, or maybe you're in operations. Nothing happens without us getting out there bringing the revenue in. That's why we're the highest paid in the company. That's why when a lot of people are laid off, stuff that they're looking for salespeople, looking for salespeople any day of the week, and they can find it, and they're looking for good ones. You can open up your paper right now with this coronavirus, and they may not be hiring other positions, but the sales jobs are plentiful. You can go right down there now and get an insurance sales job. You can go if you have the ability to bring the revenue in. You are highly, highly celebrated. But somehow our profession has like a negative connotation. Right. The salespeople really don't care. They just go out there and cash their checks. Because at the end of the day, I've learned that not everyone's going to like me.
Right.
And I got news for you. I don't like everybody else neither.
Right.
It's not a matter. I look for like-minded people because I have a goal. Now, the first thing that in order to achieve greatness, in order to achieve something worthy and worthwhile, you got to know where you're going. For example, if you call an Uber driver
Right.
or just a regular taxi cab because you had to put the location in with the Uber driver. You call a regular taxi cab and he pulls up on your door, or he or she pulls up on your door. What's the first question they ask you?
Where are you going?
Exactly. What did you say? Just any old place? Well, he'll take you across the street, still give you a fare. You know, you still got to pay him, but you got to know where you're going. What is it that you decided that you want? What do you want? You know, Dynas and I often talk about goal statement. That's the big thing. Why are you joining? What do you see? I tell you what I wanted, and I tell you what Prince Amir wanted. We wanted financial freedom.
Right.
You know, we've been successful in the corporate world. We done gave our all to an institution that put us out in the New York Minute. We done gave it. We done made the money. We done had the success. But we wasn't really getting. We got paid as long as we produced. There are a few companies like insurance that you can receive residuals as long as you're there. You guys missed something that Prince said, but because I know the game, I didn't. He said, you know what? Mr. Hank Aaron owns a lot of Popeyes in there, but what he said, yeah, I got that account. Catch this down. I want to show you something. I got that account. Yes or no, Dynaz? Is that account still paying you right now?
What?
No, it's not a trick question.
No.
You said I got that account. Now I want to bet that somehow you went in there, used your expertise, your knowledge, your savvy, your ingenuity.
Hold on, I'm gonna give you another. I'm gonna give you an even bigger one. People who live in Los Angeles, California, or Southern California, there's an account. There's a coffee shop called Coffee Bean, which literally rivals Starbucks. They're probably up to over 200 locations now. In fact, let's see how many locations they have. I got that account. Over 200 locations. Bringing in, oh man, the amount of revenue they have to be bringing in per year. Hold on, let me just go ahead and let me just do some math.
Well, why are you saying that? Because I know my words kind of took a breath out of your body, but I'm not really. It's not really talking only you. I'm talking to the audience members. But I'm going to use you for an example. Okay, you're sitting here doing search for Uru. You got a multi-million-dollar account, 2 of them that you just said, one in Los Angeles, one in Atlanta. Question:
Fitzgerald, this one account has to bring in over $1 million of revenue per year.
Okay. How much residually do they pay you for what you did? They don't even send you a thank you card. They said, hey, here's your royalties residual dividend for bringing that account, Mr. Mayor. We appreciate it. Do you get that?
I got paid my one-time commission.
Oh, no, we're not talking about now. I'm talking about while you're sitting in your home right now.
No.
I mean, so you mean to tell me, but hold on for a second. Do they still get paid for that account?
Of course. Of course.
Okay, so you mean to tell me
brings in revenue every week?
You mean to tell me that the account that you brought in that wouldn't exist on their books without you, they get all the revenue and you don't get paid nothing from your work?
Just one-time commission. That's it.
If you understand what I just said, that's why you want to be.
And then what's crazy, Fitzgerald, they change so what they do every year when I was working at my old corporate job, they would change the commission structure every year to make it harder for you to earn commission. So Fitzgerald, an account that's bringing in over $1 million in revenue every year, I want to say I only got paid maybe $6,000 or $7,000 off of it.
$6,000 to $7,000 a year. And you know what?
Hold on, let me add my bonus. I would say altogether maybe $11,000 I got paid off of it.
Well, that account has increased in revenue now. I mean, perhaps
I don't see how many locations.
Perhaps they have bought more uniforms. Perhaps they've added more employees on who need goods and service. So they have been growing that account. So they even possibly have now like an account manager managing that account, and he's calling them. But do they have a plaque with Dynas Amir up there? Saying that
hell no.
Okay, so that's
hold on. Let me stop you, Fitzgerald. So when I signed the account up in 2014, I want to say they had 185 locations. They have 311 now.
Okay, well, It's $6,000. Well, you at least should be getting quadruple that. Your thing should be getting up.
Hey man,
I mean, come on, man.
You live and you learn. You live and you
At
learn.
least they should send you $1,000 a month.
It doesn't work like that.
How about when you were still with the company? Did they send you extra?
Oh, I got paid one time.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is impossible to build wealth on a global scale if you cannot get paid residually for what you do. You have got to put yourself in one of three categories. And and for those of you who wish to tune me out, goodbye. For those of you who wish to learn something, let me rock and roll and teach. If you are not in the realm of royalties, residuals, or dividends, you will die broke and people will get rich off of your efforts. Royalties, residuals, and dividends. It's not the front end, the paycheck, it's the back end. The dividends, the royalties, residuals that keep coming in and in and in. Question? I mean, doesn't that company get the same thing? Aren't they getting paid month after month after month off of your efforts? Using your efforts, and you don't get paid? That's why you want to be in a business like Karatbars. You can create a residual income. That's how Dynass and I are able to come to you 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Good God, he can say something, man. Come in at 12 noon. I can come because we have built royalties, residual income that keeps coming in with income, with work that we done last week, last couple of months. In my case, a couple of years ago, it keeps paying. It keeps paying. It keeps paying. It keeps paying. On a MasterCard in euros that no one asks me when I go down to a supermarket or I go down to pay a bill, with my car or the insurance. They don't say, hey, you know what? Are you in that referral-based marketing thing?
Nah.
Understand this, people. The world judges you by your production, what you produce, not your criticizer. As a matter of fact, for those of y'all who criticize, they laugh at you behind the corner and they celebrate the doers. This world rewards productions. Now it's like,
1 second, just real quick, guys. Make sure you hit the like button when you come to this chat room. Again, hit the like button, hit that like button, and also subscribe. And my affiliate link is in the chat room. Click on my affiliate link, sign up as an affiliate, and I will personally call you. Also, link is in the description and it's on the screen, and we will get you guys up and running. All right, go ahead, Fitzgerald.
I understand Manhattan was bought from the Native Americans for some colored beans. I understand.
I'll one up you. Central Park was
Central Park used to be all black owned, but I understand several nations in Africa, and I've been really getting I kind of despondent when I see what other cultures are doing there. But now the latest one is a Chinese going in there, and I'm looking at how they do with Africans and black people in general, me included. You go over there, YouTube has this, you can't just hide it with your state-owned television now. Video stream how I understand that to my knowledge that people of colors, particularly those who are black people, they can't even go buy land yet. They are annexed in Africa through these loan programs. In other words, they're giving these little soft colored paper money. And they're going in there taking the precious resources, diamonds, rosewood trees, the uranium, the cobalt, the lithium, all that for little silly colored worthless paper money. Well, people say, well, why do the Africans allow that? I used to think that too, and I used to sit up there until I realized it's the leadership. It's the leadership that you make one leader, you put one puppet leader in there, and he just gives all the rights to your fishing and your minerals and stuff, the stuff that should be benefiting you. I'm like, oh my God. Okay. All right. So you give your labor to someone and they pay you a token of what you're producing. Listen, I pay Dynass Amir all day long that's $6,000, and I'll gladly do it. He's going to be so happy. Of course, he ain't going to bring the $6,000 home. By the time taxes get done breaking him pretty good, he probably bring about, maybe about $3,200. Taxes going to, they catch a tax commission check high, especially if he didn't have a business to funnel with it. I'll gladly pay him $6,000 as the owner of that company. I'll celebrate it. I'll even give him a plaque, because at the end of the day, I know that count what he did, I'm getting multiplied millions. I'm getting it, then I'm able to leave it to my stockholders. I'm able to leave it to my descendants. And so it is with you. When you get tired of that, you realize that, wait a minute, I got to create a money system of my own. I got to create a network that will increase my net worth.
Right.
I got to create a network that will increase my net worth. Well, how am I going to do it? If I have limited funds, if I have limited experience, consider the business like Karatbars. With the fact that you're able to create a residual income, you're able to increase your wealth in gold. You're able to leave this to your beneficiaries in the event of your death, and you're able to realize the tax benefits that having a small base business afford. People are catching on to this game now, and because these jobs, understand something like that, they don't care about you. I mean, most of you already know how I feel about this thing as a good job. And a lot of our critics, you got jobs, not a good one. You think is good, but you know what? It can be snatched away from you every time, and often it does. You see what a little virus that started like and as opposed to the Wuhan province of China, it went all over the world. You see what it did to the global economy. You see how easy it is for you to be replaced when you get maybe paid too much, or you get too old, or you maybe you're not in the right political party. You see how easy you can be replaced. See how easy someone can take your health benefits and your livelihood. See how easy someone you can be demoted in what you're doing. And so once you get tired of that, you seek out ways to do it. Now, you got a couple of ways you can go. You can go sole proprietorship, maybe like you're a master plumber, or maybe you're a traveling nurse, and those are awesome skills to have. But you only get paid for what you do. So the duplication quadrant is still left on the table. All you really are is an employer that works for you, as an employee that works hard, works for yourself. But still, you can't duplicate your time. Now, for those of you guys who maybe create something, for example, something as simple as a barber shop. You're a barber. You rent chairs out to other stylists. Now you're tapping into what I'm talking about. Now you're creating profits because of other people's labor. You own the shop. You're cutting. You got about 5 more other stylists. And you're sitting in your chair paying you a booth fee. Yeah, that's a concept. There's a guy called Herndon, a family called Herndon that yes, he was in Atlanta, Georgia, very, very wealthy black family. The man made his money, started out as a barber, and he took that money and parlayed it into a life insurance company, which brought more money. Then he kept parlaying.
I didn't know that. I didn't know he was a barber at first. Yeah.
Started off as a barber.
Oh wow.
He started off as a barber, and he took that money and started parlaying it in, and he went out and did life insurance, and then create other entities just like that. Just like we tell you what you can do with your Karatbars income. You create a stream, and then you put it into other revenue generating streams, by real estate, or, some stocks, or whatever you want to do it. The average millionaire has about 7 forms of income. Okay. Right. So we addressed that enough. The first rule of wealth, you might want to write this down. The first rule of wealth: pay yourself first. Not the mortgage man, not the church man, not the cable man, not the food man, not the daycare man, not the car man, not the internet man. Pay yourself first. You at least want to be paying yourself 10%. Oh man, Fitzgerald, I need everything I got. No, you don't. No, you don't. You can take 10% off, and if you're disciplined enough like that, you won't even miss it. Okay. As a matter of fact, there was a gentleman named H. Clement Stone that the founder, I believe, of a combined insurance. He said that you cannot save the seeds of greatness that are within you. You can't discipline yourself to save the seeds of greatness without in you. Second rule, you gotta invest that in an asset. Well, what do I mean by an asset? Something that goes up in value. something that goes up in value. Something has a propensity to be worth more tomorrow than what you paid for it yesterday, to be worth more next year than what you paid for it today. Okay, so that's one thing. What you got to have that. The third component is you have got to incorporate the efforts of others. Now, if you're thinking using people, well, go ahead and stay with me a little bit. Just put your seatbelt on, because that's exactly what your job does to you. See, the CEO of the company, he gets paid off of your efforts, the person, the next cubicle efforts, the people on the operation desk, the people in the human resource. That's why he can come to work, or she can come to work at 1 p.m. in a nice 450 Mercedes truck, and you're driving a car that you got to have a toolbox in it. That's why they can take nice vacations and everything like that, while you're struggling how you're gonna figure out how you're gonna do anything, because they have multiple streams. You are paying for their lifestyle. That great house they have on the hill, you're paying for that, as well as your coworker and everything else like that. Some of you, all of us are familiar with these CEOs. When they get fired, sometimes they have this thing called a golden parachute dynasty. Some of those guys multiply millions, and they can fail. They can fail and get multiplied million. What was that bank? That start with WF. Well, I don't like to call the name. I wouldn't use. So let's just say the CEO. That cat got busted. The Wells Fargo got busted, opening up bogus accounts, and they had to go before Congress. He had to resign, probably about $80 and $90 million just for him to go away.
Wow.
Okay, and so while you don't see them in unemployment lines. You don't see them, trying to figure out where the next bill come from. You don't see them like, hey, honey, go check the mailbox. I'm waiting for our $1,200 stimulus check. It ain't came yet. They don't do that. They're in a whole nother realm, because they hedge if they lose, they hedge if they win. Meanwhile, you lose. You are the one that have to go out there and try to find another job. You are the one that got to go out there and try to find another income. Your income can be snatched suddenly away, and you get nothing. I mean, I did that when I was with companies before, and I sell. When I left that company, many of my accounts are still there.
Oh yeah, tell me about it. Hey, tell me about it, Fitzgerald.
Well, I used to do insurance. I did when I started my insurance career for State Farm. I started and then I worked for a company called Combined Insurance. I left the company. A lot of those things still on the book. The software company I stayed with, used to work for, Thrive. Brilliant company, awesome company. I wished I was there now. Had circumstances would have been different. A lot of accounts I brought in, they're still using Thrive service. I'm not getting anything for that. I'm not getting anything from that. And so I kept seeing this. Now as I got older, I'm like, wait a minute, I got to change the game. I have to change the game. I got to find something that works for me. Well, I started an automotive shop in Atlanta, Georgia. That's where I met Prince Don Asamir. 1055 Brady Avenue.
Put up my black Mustang.
When you driving that bus, you came there to try to sell me tell me some Aflac insurance. I didn't know that. We clicked off so well, I forgot what we was even talking about. Instantly, we clicked off, and we've been friends ever since. Well, I had this company. I had an extraordinary amount of outgo. I didn't understand. How much it takes to get a business. I just wanted my own business. I had to pay somewhere along the line of $4,000 rent. Before I had to pay my employees. I had a tool bill. I had a scanner that cost $14,000, man, and I had to work. I just didn't make enough revenue as far as in that thing to support my lifestyle at all. Okay, then I had a cleaning company. And well, I worked, and then I had other people who worked with me, and I paid them. So that was a chance I was starting to see some of the duplication. Well, I got out of that. I didn't want employees anymore, and that was such a hassle to me. I didn't want to be dependent on the people that as far as my livelihood. Diane, I never told you this time, man. I had my shop one time there, and none of my employees didn't show up for work. I had a shop full of cars. I couldn't get out. None of them showed up for work.
Are you serious? You never told me that.
Very serious. I had people out there. I had to make up. I had to say, well, like, gosh, I'll get your car out. I closed my bay doors, but I went to work because customers expecting their vehicle stuff. I just had employees didn't show up. None of them. So it taught me one thing: I would never get into another business I don't know. I would never get into another business that I can't do the work is better or as good or if not better than the person who works for me. So. Go back and I said, I got to get me another job. So I got one. Lo and behold, come January 14th, 2015, Michael Delco, my friend, he, we used to be in ministry together, been friends for 23 years. He was in my wedding. We go way back. And so he said, Fitzgerald, hey, I got this business. Well, that was a key word. I wanted my own business. That was a catchword. It deals with gold. Didn't really know much about gold, besides a gold chain. And it's free to join. Sign me.
What can you lose? Yeah.
Sign me up.
Right.
And that business was Karatbars out of Stuttgart, Germany. And I registered my free account. And I went to work. The first person I sponsored was Denise, and then so I start off at zero, just like each and every one of you did. Right. I started plugging myself into the system of wealth, how to build wealth, how to learn what I didn't learn. Because at my age, I knew I need mentorship. I knew I needed someone to show me how to do. I'd already failed in a couple of things, so I knew I needed to understand what to do. I knew I needed to know how to make this thing run. I didn't take the adage, "Oh, Michael, you're just my friend, and man, I know more than you, man, dude. I'm 3 days older than you, and we start off in the same thing, and you just as broke as I was." I didn't do that foolishness. I said because he was already free when he approached me, not nearly doing what he's doing now. And so he told me, "Okay, Fitzgerald. All right, let's go ahead and get you plugged into the system of wealth builders created by Ty and Valerie Best that showed you exactly step by step how to build a profitable business. A business exists to create income for you. If it doesn't create income for you, it's not a business. You have a glorified hobby. Going to the supermarket and buying a loaf of bread is not handling business. Going to go pay a cell phone bill is not, I got to go handle my business. That's not business. That's activities. Business is when you're involved in an activity or a project that is bringing you in revenue, bringing you in a profit. All the rest of it, don't count. So we need to change our mindset about that. I got one of the business packages because by getting one of the business packages,
opens up you have a franchise.
Yeah, I was able to get my franchise and start duplicating my efforts. I didn't even, I'm a VIP right now in both my business account and personal account. I didn't even have money to start like that. Back then, I think the package was Dynas is like $120, bronze package.
Yeah, I think so. When I bought it, it was like maybe $150, $140.
Yeah, about $120. Yeah. And I put down $120 for me. I bought a bronze business package for me, and I bought a bronze business package for Denise. And I went to work, and I started collecting gold. And I started, getting this thing out in front of people. I started saying, "Hey, Dynas, you know what, man? I got something you need to come a part of. It's rock and roll. You need to get in this right now."
Right.
I didn't even know a fraction of what I said. I just said, Dynas, man, this I'm seeing something. Get in this. Naturally, he drilled me, Fitzgerald, what it's about. I told him, man, it deals with gold. Listen, cat, just join this thing. Because I'm seeing something. Okay, and I went to work, and I kept getting gold. And I found Dynas Amirs, and I found Wandas, and I found Victors, and I found these other people who wanted a business for them, not me. Right. They went to work, and they started building their business. And lo and behold, residual income started get coming in. I started seeing stuff come in on my MasterCard. I started saying, you have a payout. Well, back then, as a bronze business package holder, I was getting 40 euros per payout, as opposed to 80 euros that Dynas and I are getting right now. So
Right.
I quickly advanced up to VIP. I just paid the difference for the package back then. They don't allow you to do that anymore. Okay, so you got to pay the full price for the package. You can win a free package, i.e., like Sister Yah. Congratulations on what you win in your free package yesterday. You know, so you can do that based on your hustle. And lo and behold, I wake up one day, I got 100 people looking good. No, in my organization. Then I got 1,000. Man, that's good. That's real good. Then I got 5,000. Wait a minute. You know, but you know, when I got 4,000, about 4 or 3,000, a little under 4,000, I got fired from my software job. But I knew I had this going on, so I said, okay, well, this doesn't happen one time too many. Start growing your thing. So it turned into 5,000. Like, oh, Michael, man, I'm at 5,000. Then I wake up one day, I got 10,000 affiliates. But it kept growing. And it keep growing. Now I'm like hitting like 11,000 affiliates all over the world. Dynas has members all over the world buying gold for themselves, you know, just taking some of their money, transferred it into gold for themselves. I don't see any selling in that. You know, you decide I'm going to buy what I want when I want. Buying gold. I mean by gold. That, you know, that's like a 0.1 gram of gold. That product is called cash gold, 0.1 gram. I also have the you also can buy 1 gram, 2.5, 5 gram increments. Ladies and gentlemen, when I started buying that stuff back into 2015, gold was $1,160 an ounce, I believe, or $1,170 in 2015. Fast forward to 2020, August 22nd. April 22nd, 2020. That same gold that I paid for back then is now worth over $1,700, probably about close to $1,750, and keep going up. Okay, did I lose by doing that? No, I had an appreciating asset. And then I started getting my euros. Because then that was loaded up on my card, but I still kept plugging in. I kept Michael, teach me more. I started learning the training. I started learning about business principles. I started learning how to talk to people, and I didn't complicate things. In the world of duplication, it has to be simple. If you can't do it for one person, and you're not going to do it for one person, don't do it for 100 people or 1,000 people. We got people by accident now stumbled on 8,000 people. They don't even know how they're coming in. I got a guy on who anchors my right team. I don't know who he is or who she is, but you know what? They have sponsored 0 people, 0, and they have a team of close to 10,000 people on their team, and they never sponsor anybody, but they got a package. And because they got a package, they were able to get units, which is money. And I'm quite sure that person gets a monthly payout, and they never did anything. Still, they did anything, But a lot of people under him or her did a lot of things. Okay, so I got to talking. I got good at Facebook. I got good at asking people, hey, do you look for ways to make money? I got good at asking people. I started using the system, sending people to realmoney.info. Take a look at this video. You see something you like, great, let's do business. And lo and behold, 125 people said yes to me. Out of 125 people, yes, that has mushroomed in 11,000 people. Dynas has personally sponsored something like 510 people, constantly going up. Okay, he's a huge part of my business, a huge part, but he's probably about a little over 10%. He's a little over 10%. Okay. I'm about 10% of Michael Delco's business with 90,000 people. Okay. So what am I saying? I was able to create an income stream and put a couple other things in place that allows me to receive a weekly income that allows me to not only survive and thrive. It has a teaching system that teaches me exactly what I need to know. Karatbars and wealth, it's particularly wealth builders, the teaching arm of Karatbars It'll give you a college education in finance. You'll learn more about money than you even thought you did. You know, because the first thing about money is you got to have it. The first rule about money, you got to learn how to create it. Then I can go to like a financial counselor and say, what's the best place to put this? And where do I need to park this? But first of all, first thing he's going to ask me, or she's going to ask me, how much money we're working with. You know, and so that's why we emphasize this type of business like that. We're doing it, and Karatbars, there are people in this thing making six figures a month. There are people making $5,000 or $6,000 a week, euros rather. There are people making zero a week. You know, there are people who are buying homes, who are retiring their spouse and retiring themselves and paying for their children's educations and doing all kinds of things that the money affords you to do and have the choices that you make. But you're not going to win without plugging into a system of wealth. You got to learn what you don't know, and you got to unlearn some of the things that you do know. A job is simply not going to do it for you. If you have a health crisis, your job can be at jeopardy. If you get too old, your job can be to jeopardy. Oh, that's another thing I want to bring out. I didn't really talk about it. I'm 55 now. Don't look it, but that I am. Little interesting thing happens to you, Dynas, when you start getting around that age. You're already starting to experience it right now, because you know you're a little younger, but nevertheless you ain't a high school. You're not a high school recent high school.
Yeah, I'm definitely not Albert Hollis.
That's why they say a recent high school grad. You ever notice that? You ever see those titles right there? Well, when you start getting to age, and it's very, very difficult to prove. Very difficult to prove. You have to deal with age discrimination. Somehow people think that people my age, you know, are somewhat a dinosaur. You know, I knew how to use computers very well.
Right.
I know software and all other things. I know how to move in this new economy, but all of a sudden, you know, they feel like I'm a dinosaur. But when I go to jobs, you know, with my college education, went down. You know, sometimes these cats want to start me off at like $12.96 an hour, $15 an hour. Now, do you take the attitude? Well, gosh, I should be grateful, and perhaps I should be. I can't live off of that. And so when I sit up there, wait a minute, I can't live for that. Oh, you're not grateful? Heck to the no. I can't live off of that. Do you understand? I can't live off of that. Tell me one place in America that you can go support a family of 4 on minimum wage, paying for food, paying for apartment, paying for car insurance, paying for utilities, paying for college. Tell me one place in America. Tell me one place in America you can live off a minimum wage. Tell me that. You know,
I would say this. Riverdale, Georgia. Hold on, I'm not done yet. Back in 2006.
It's 2020 now, my dear. It's 2020. Those days are gone. And you know, and inflation is eating away your dollar. So you gotta.
Somebody's calling me through Google.
You know,
hold on 1 second. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It takes more money now to live. Dynas, I sent you a picture I want you to post.
Yeah, let me pull it up.
I want you to post that right now. And this is going to be a very, very powerful picture. And this is kind of going to sum up everything I'm saying right now. But I want you guys to really, really take a hard look at this. This is the way it's supposed to be. Okay, if he can enlarge that picture you're seeing like this like symbol of money working on a computer at the desk, and the captions down below says meanwhile at 2 a.m. and then there's Z's coming out the bedroom door indicating someone is sleeping, and it says shh, money's working. When you do that, you're free. Here's what the majority of you guys are doing on this stream. The money's sleeping, like in a checking account or something like that, or something paying you very, very low interest, not enough interest to even count as a dividend. The money's sleeping in the bedroom, you at the desk at 2 a.m. working. This is what you call residual income. This is a very powerful picture. It was posted by one of our affiliates, Miss Tanisha Glaspie. A single mother who has built an extraordinary income, using Karatbars. A lady who was going to go to med school and get in $250,000 in debt before she received an email from Sherry Brown, a personal friend of mine, and she joined Karatbars and has totally changed the world. Been free about 4 years because of Karatbars. Okay, but this is how it's supposed to be. This is how it's supposed to be. Your money is supposed to be working for you, not you work for the money. Money is a very, very great servant. It's a very great slave. It really is. It is a horrible master. It will drive you. It don't care about if you have to work for money. It don't care about your family. It don't care about your time. It don't care about your health. As far as money is saying, you get out there and you get out there and work for me. But you got to reverse it. What if money was working for you? Dynas and I are on that quadrant. We're just tasting it now a little bit, and we see what it does. With that, our blood pressure don't go up, right. Not because of money. We're not stressed. We're not. Oh my God! Do you know sometimes that you get if you don't understand that? Do you know a $500 bill will throw you in a frenzy? Do you know, like, if a check engine light come on in your car, you equate that with a bill? Do you know some of y'all are putting off getting much needed medical attention because you don't want to deal with the co-pays, or you don't have?
I could see why if you don't have insurance.
Mm-hmm. You know that. Do you know if your precious daughter or son come and say, "Daddy, I want to go to the ball game," or "Mommy, can we go to the music park?" Do you know you sometimes like, "Oh God," or "Not now"? You know why you snapping at that child like that? Not because you don't love them, and not because they even give you an outdated request, because you don't have the money, and it throws you in a frenzy. You know why you know why you live in a neighborhood that you really don't want to be in? Because you don't have the money to get into another one. You know why you're still paying student loans? You really don't have the money.
Okay, can I address something real quick? Janine Presley. Okay, being a part investing in the Karatbars, what is the start for me to sit back and let the money roll in? There's no sit back. Like, you got to put your foot in the
Actually, I stand. Let me add to that, Prince.
I mean, there is, but I just think, like, right now, even if you don't have a package yet, like, sitting back shouldn't even.
Oh no, you don't have time
on your mind. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
you don't have time to sit back.
Right. If you put the work in, again, if you put the work in, if you put the work in, I don't think you hear me. If you put the work in, then yeah, you can sit back. But right now, if you don't even have a package, like, sitting back shouldn't be on your mind.
Michael Delco, myself, and Dynas, we have very, very good size teams. Very good size. Right. We don't sit back. It's too many people out there who we can help. It's too many ways that we can expand our brand. It's too many ways we can expand our network and our net worth. So yet sitting back ain't the time. With Miss Corona out there right now, that definitely ain't the time to sit back. The time to put your foot on the gas is right the heck now. Now we are giving ourselves some breathing room with the income we're creating. We're giving ourselves some opportunity growth. There's a lady named Shirlane Gover out of Dynas. Shirlane Gover was the lady that bought Karatbars in North Americas, right up in Kentucky. Out of 1 million affiliates in Karatbar, I believe Shirlane has something close to 800,000 of them. You heard me right.
Yeah.
800,000. She doesn't sit back. Ty Best, the creator of Wealth Builders, who has been retired by referral-based marketing for 25 years before he got into Karatbars, who has over 100,000 affiliates, he doesn't sit back. Michael Delco, he don't sit back. Fitzgerald Stephens, Dane sure don't sit back, and I can promise you Prince Amir don't sit back, nor should you. Am I saying you don't enjoy your thing? Yeah, you can enjoy the rewards of your labor and stuff like that, but now is not the time to sit back. People are worried about how they're going to put food on the table. People worry about how they're going to live, and you have a solution to them. Okay, so in conclusion, what do we do? Register for free on the link that Prince Dynas Amir has provided. You would get your own link Just like I have my own link. You will never see my Karatbar link on Dynasty Stream. You know, when I put my own thing, my own streams together, yeah, I'll put it up there, but it's not about me. It's about him right now, and it's about you. So you register on his link. It's free to join. You click on affiliate. Click affiliate. It takes you about 7 minutes to fill out the registration form, and then you're going to get you're going to say you're successfully registered. You get an email from Karatbars. You click on that to verify your account. Dynas Amir is going to call you. He's going to offer you a chance to get a business package. Let me touch briefly on that. And Karatbars, you remember Dynas said you have like a franchise. Well, there are four levels of the franchise. A VIP, what Dynas and I are on, it's about 3,600 euros. Euros because the company is German and they pay you in euros and you pay them in euros. Okay. You have the second level, the gold, which is about 1,900 euros. The third level is the silver, which is about 900 euros. And the fourth level is the bronze, which is about 180 euros. Okay. That enables you to get what's called units. In the world of Karatbars, units is money. Now, for every 2 euros, you get 1 unit. You have 2 teams, a left team, a right team, or A team or B team. Okay, and so when people start buying gold, when people start purchasing package, purchasing the crypto phone, purchasing the computer, purchasing the gold coins, or any number of things we have in the Karatbar ecosystem, and still things are being added to it. You get a unit value assigned depending on the product, the purchase. When you get 25 units on one side, 50 units on another side, you are going to get a dual team payout. Now, the reason I say VIP because that's the top of the line. And many people have come in under Dynas and I because they recognize the value of it. Every time that happens, you get 80 euros. Dynas and I get 80 euros, which is why because sometimes be eating yogurt or riding a bike and we got several hundred euros in our account just by it. Because someone in Egypt, someone in Nigeria, Nambia, someone in France, someone in Italy, Germany, Japan, whatever. They decide they're going to get some gold. They decide they're going to get packages or whatever. Then it creates units, and we get payouts for that. And particularly if we personally sponsor, because you get 10% of every business package that you personally sponsor. Dynas is like, God, man, whoo, boy, he's made a grip just off of that, but he's helped a lot of people. The second one, a gold, 25 units on one side, 50 units on another side. Every time that happens, you get 60 euros. The silver, 25 units on one side, 50 units on another side. When that happens, you get a payout of 50 euros. And the final thing of bronze, 25 units on one side, 50 units on another side, you get 40 euros in addition to other bonuses that you can acquire. Actually, by having a package, it opens up 6 additional streams of income. You can get paid in a monthly bonus for the activity of your group without even getting a business package. But you're going to want to get a business package. You want to realize what real wealth is. Go ahead, Dynas.
No, I was actually just thinking to myself, hey, Kennard, your affiliate in Uganda. No, he can't do it. In fact, never mind. Go ahead. Sure.
Okay, and so Karatbars actually has a way that you can get free gold. Did that man just say free? Yeah, I did say free. If you get at least a gram of gold a month, it's called autosave. If you get at least a gram of gold a month, and I believe that you have to, I'm not sure if you have to have a package or not. I have to check into that. But you get a gram of gold a month. By using a program called autosave, and you get about 5 people who you personally bring in who also get a gram of gold a month. At the end, they stay on it for a year. All of you guys staying on it for a year. Karatbars is going to send you 25 grams of free gold every single month. A gram of gold is going to like $1,730 right now. So they give you free gold just for building your wealth and helping other people build wealth. Number 2, you said, well, Fitzgerald, the $3,600, man, I want to start at a VIP. I really want to get it going, but man, that's a little bit too rich for my blood right now. What do you recommend I start? if you had to, and that's the case, you asked me that question, I'm going to start at least a silver package. Okay. Now, why do you say silver? Here's why. Because Karatbars allows you when you get your package within the first 5 weeks, you can actually earn 2 upgrades. So what I mean by that, let's just say I got a silver package or a bronze package. Let me start from the bottom. A bronze package. You get a bronze package and you get 5 people who personally register up under you to get a bronze package. Okay. And you do that within a 5-week time period. Karatbars is going to give you a free upgrade to silver. That's going to save you 900 euros. Can it be done? Well, just call Sister Ya. She did it yesterday. So she started off with bronze, got an upgrade to silver. With Dynas and Amir and I had the pleasure of helping her do that. So she did it. Now she still has about 3 weeks left to go. So if she finds 5 silver package holders, in the remaining 3 weeks, she's going to get a second upgrade to a gold package. The reason I'm saying silver because that will enable you to get a VIP package with your hustle and going up. And so Dynas Amir and I didn't do that. We wasn't able to pull it off. We got people who did and people who are doing it. So that's what I say. And plus you're going to get all the money that you put back into it, paid by commissions and payouts. You're going to get your money that you put into that back. Okay, so that's the first goal. What we want to do, we want to get your package money that you put into within 5 weeks with you working. Number 2, we want to do a goal statement with you working. And we're going to help you. In this game, Dynas and I are involved right with you. The system of wealth builders is involved right with you. So when you register your account, Dynas can easily help you with the package, and he can easily help you with many other things. Oftentimes he's very, very busy. So what he does,
with that being said, Black Fist, are you sure you signed up on my team, Black Fist? Hit yes or no, because I can't find you. And the reason why I'm saying that, if Fitzgerald might disagree, I'm just going to be honest. We don't have time to train other people who are on other teams. You guys have an upline that you should be going to directly to help train you guys. So Black Fist, I'm trying to find you but I don't find you. And I think you're in a chat the other day with another affiliate on another team saying how you are under that other affiliate. So whoever your upline is, or maybe your upline might be on my team. If that's the case, that's fine. But
we can find out. We can find out. Black Fist, if I can tell exactly if you're on Dynas team, give me a call. And which is what Dynas is going to have his people do to give you my number 1716-573-6296 1716-573-6296, and I'll find out exactly. But even if you're not on,
he's not on our team. So Blackfish, you got to call your upline, man. And I'm gonna make this executive decision. Fitzgerald, I love you as my brother, but Blackfish, you have to call your upline for any. If you got any the questions you're asking, you have to call your upline, fam, because yeah, and I'm gonna make an executive decision on it. Now, if Fitzgerald wants to take the calls, that's fine. But you got to talk to your uplines unless there's something I don't know. But go ahead, Fitzgerald.
Or Blackfish you can also plug into wealthbuildersworldwide.info. Wealthbuildersworldwide.info. There's a little tab on there called a map, and it'll show you exactly how to build. Mr. or Miss Blackfish, you don't need your sponsor for you to be successful. I mean, it's good to help. That's one thing. That's one thing why people want to hook up with Dynas and I, because we're so hands-on with you. See, it's no disappearing with us. Because we in there doing it. We're showing you how to do it. But after a while, it's nothing for me to spend an hour or 2 hours personally talking to people. I can't do that with everyone. When I do spend that time talking to you, you better believe once I trained you, I'm done. Then now I plug you into the system. And it's your responsibility to learn what you have to do to system. Now, will we help you with 3-way calls? That's another part of growing your business. Absolutely. But when I show you how to set up your network, how to do your KYCs, how to purchase your gold, how to set up your Karatbars exchange, man, that takes a lot of my time. But I gladly do it for our affiliates. And now sometimes I'm spending two hours, and I'm not exaggerating, per phone call. I can't do that with all 11,000 of my people. But once I do,
okay, hold on. So Blackfish, are you on Alberto's team, Blackfish?
Mr. Marvin?
Yeah.
Is that Bonafide Truth?
That is Keith.
That's Keith?
Yeah.
Oh man, I talked to him yesterday. Yeah,
is Keith on our team?
Yeah, he's on the.
Keith, you're confusing me, man. You're confusing me.
Yeah, he's
on Alberto's team. Okay.
Yeah, I talked to him yesterday, man. I was on the bike ride. I pulled over to talk to that cat. Keith,
I'm saying, is he on Alberto's team?
Yeah, he's on Mr. Marvin's team. Mr. Marvin did a 3-way with him, so I didn't recognize the handle. And
okay. If he's on Alberto's team, then we're good. Okay, sorry about that.
So he's on our team, and so in that case, I already talked with Keith and already gave him a thorough training.
Okay.
But
so Keith, did you buy a package? Did he buy a package?
No, he's not.
Okay, so Keith, go buy a package, Keith. Go buy a package, Keith. Go get you at least a bronze package, man. Just.
And then, I talked with him and Mr. Marvin. I didn't recognize the handle. Okay. And oh God, let me answer this, and let me make another executive decision with my little brother right here. Guys, we ain't opposed to helping you, but we're trying, like anything, we're trying to grow our own brand too. You have a sponsor that's more than capable of helping you. If they're not plugged in, you can plug in. Now, Mr. Alberto Martin, the owner of King Wage, King Wage.
Okay, see, I don't know all these names.
Oh, so I know. I'm learning, man.
King Wage. Okay, now I know. See, I didn't know all.
I call him Mr. Marvin. You know him.
Yeah. I didn't know all these names. So King Wage. Yeah. Okay, then we're good then. Yeah. Okay, Black First, go get your package today. In fact, Black First, you can call me personally, and we're gonna get your package today. Okay. So
that's why I keep this right here. This is like a book of all our team owners' emails, names, phone numbers, and more importantly, their username. That's how we're able to track it. But for those of you who subscribe to the show and want to learn because you want to plug into us and because we're teaching some things and maybe you're good, that's great. That's great. But you also can plug into the YouTube channel by Michael Delco. You can follow Michael Delco and Ty Best on Facebook. They are superior in training than what I'm doing. Okay, I often plug in that. We have different things, different training events on wealthbuildersworldwide.info. We're going to have one tonight. And so that's what I mean by getting the training. But for our particular people, and I say our particular people, those who are in our direct line, you better believe, man, we got to be up 1 o'clock in the morning and you got something, serious about doing this. We're going to help you. But once we do that, we plug you into a system. So Dynas simply didn't recognize the name, but that name right there with Blackfish, and I didn't recognize the name, but I know him as Keith, and I know because I talked to him yesterday, and he's with Mr. Marvin, and Mr. Marvin, he's plugged in my phone, man. That cat he Mr. Marvin is a builder. That cat is a VIP just like Dynas, and now he has both a personal and a business account. A young man, an activist, has his own channel, the King Wage. A stunningly gifted doer. So man, please, when that man called me yesterday, I got off my bike. I stopped riding and talked to him because I know he don't call me with any foolishness. And so we got people like that, and we're going to help you, but we're trying to Dynas, put the words in my mouth, man. We're trying to use our time to most efficient. Because Dynas has a little boy he has to deal with, and he has to search for a global platform like you guys seeing around here. I have things and I'm doing some, but we don't want to say that we don't mind helping you. And for those of you guys who are on our team, that's great. We want you successful too. Just go ahead and plug into wealthbuildersworldwide.info, bookmark that page, click onto the map, and it's going to tell you exactly what to do. And then also follow Michael Delco and Ty Best on Facebook. And the wealth of knowledge they will give you will absolutely stun you. And so,
real quick, Black First, if you click on that link I just put in the chat room, that YouTube link, that will break it down flawlessly. So Black First, click on that link. And then what we'll do, we'll go ahead and close out, Fitzgerald.
Yeah, we definitely got to close out. And so, but to let you know, I did tell the man about the realmoney.info. So he has that.
Okay,
you know,
okay.
he has that and everything. It's like that. So, hey, I'm going to get out of here and go. Hopefully we set something that is productive, beneficial, but I cannot emphasize the training, the system, wealthbuildersworldwide.info. If you don't plug into the system, don't even really join with Karatbars, because you will fail. You have got to have something, and your people will fail. Your people are going to do what you do. But if you want to build, but like Michael Delco said, if you want to get wealthy, rich, you got to learn how to duplicate. You got to make you got to become system dependent and get your people system dependent instead of Fitzgerald and Dynas. We're just human beings. We're products of the system. And so in what it's done for us, it can do the same, if not greater, to you. Dynas, I'm going to get out of here, man. I'll see you next time and everything like that. What are you doing with your show next time here?
Well, me and you come on tomorrow.
No, I'm talking about the next show, man. I'm a fan of
it'll probably be 1 o'clock tomorrow. I'm going on somebody else's platform tonight.
Okay. Order that book. What is that? What that name of that book? Get off your ass.
Sales Motivation 101. Get
okay.
Off
okay. Order that book. You saw I ordered on YouTube. Share the stream. Click the like buttons. Take action. And on the final note, this. We have an affiliate, Fafu Malau, who is living in Africa right now. She fulfilled her dream. We was doing this first start talking on months ago. Fafu Malau, while before we even finished the stream, she registered her account. That queen has hundreds and hundreds of affiliates in the organization simply because she took action. Don't try to figure it out. Go ahead and register your account, plug into the system, and then we'll work on it together. It's free to join. You don't got nothing to lose. You may even learn something, but it may even change your life like it has mine. Dynas, I appreciate you, man. I'm going to run.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Make sure you hit that affiliate link. If you have any questions, hit me up, but click on the affiliate link, sign up as an affiliate. Link is on my screen. Link is in the chat room. Link is in the description. Until next time, family, Dynasty Mirror, search for Huru. Peace.